Hi everyone, it's almost gathering time. We've spent a little bit of time already talking about getting excited about the gathering. Today is all about talking to you about the theme for the Calgary Gathering in October 2020. Yoko, Rosina and I got together, had a conversation about what kind of theme we thought might be fitting in the context of having a gathering in Calgary in Canada. And then we talked about how could we get a theme that not only encompasses the location where we're having the gathering, but brings in more broadly the rest of the world. So we want a really international feel to our gathering, as we always do, but it's based in Calgary, so we had to balance that. The theme we chose to go with was Born to Belong, and it's all balanced around human need for connection and belonging. I'm going to read you the theme now and then say a little bit more about it. As human beings, we're wired to connect. The sense that we belong somewhere and to someone is so important in helping us understand that we have value and to enable us to form healthy relationships. The historical displacement and subsequent disconnection for First Nations and Indigenous people from their culture, their language and their land has resulted in many of them growing up not knowing where or to whom they belong. So many children continue to grow up lonely and isolated, just like their parents before them. This has contributed to generation after generation of trauma and overrepresentation in every system, whether that be justice, health, or child protection. We also know when any family, Indigenous or not, enters a child protection or child welfare system, there are very often similar feelings of disconnect and not belonging. The evidence of those missing, eroded, damaged relationships is in the grief, loss, and pain we see in the families we work with every day. Understanding the role of a family's naturally connected network can help serve as a powerful foundation for our work. With the knowledge that safety without healing is temporary and healing happens in the network, the Science of Safety aims to put the children and those the children belong to at the centre of the assessment, planning and decision-making work, so that they're given every opportunity to belong, because we're all born to belong. Powerful words, hey? Every time we have read those words out loud or spoken them out loud to someone, whether they're a practitioner in an agency or others and trainers and consultants, they've commented on how powerful those words are. But do you know what would make it much more powerful? If the people who live this experience, the people that we connect with in agencies, were to read those words and own them, because they're the people impacted by them most of all. So what we'd like you to do, trainers and consultants, is to read through those words yourself, think through our theme of Born to Belong, think through how we are always messaging through Signs of Safety. We want to bring belonging and connection for the families that we work with, how we're encouraging practitioners to do that all the time. And then think through, who do you know that you work with in an agency or who has worked with an agency? The parents, the grandparents, the practitioners, the Indigenous and First Nations people, anyone who has that, who those words will bring meaning to. We'd like you to go out and ask them, would they read it to camera? And we will record that. The wonderful Christy is going to edit those into a montage. So our theme is read not by us, but by the people who live and experience the work. I'm going to hand over to Christy now, and she's going to give you a few tips on how to get the recording to such a state where she can produce one of her brilliant videos.
Hi guys, I'm going to take you through a couple of really quick tips about how I set up shooting Penny's shot today, and sort of give you some ideas about how you can do it, because we're not after some big Hollywood production. We are effectively just shooting on our phones in a corridor. The first one is light. Light is important. As you can see, we're filming in a corridor. I've picked a space where there are lots of nice big windows. If you're filming outside, just make sure that there's some sunlight, or they're not standing in a dark, shady space. Sound. Sound is also very important. We picked this spot because there's no foot traffic. It's very quiet, So the important thing is find a quiet space. Now the third thing really is camera. Mobile phones these days are fantastic cameras. As you can see, we're shooting on our mobile phones. Adrian here, doing a fantastic job filming Penny. He's using his iPhone. He's holding it with two hands. He's holding it very steady. That's very important because I'm going to be cutting between lots of different people reading this theme message. It's going to be important that you do hold your camera steady. The other thing to really pay attention to is framing. So as you can see by the shot with Penny, I'm keeping quite a loose frame around her face. So as long as you get that sort of frame on people, I can cut those together. Reading to camera is sometimes quite hard. One of the easiest, quickest ways of doing this is you let them read off a script. So as you saw Penny doing, she is literally reading off the script. If you come a bit closer, you can see that I have the lovely Patricia over here. She's just printed the theme out, very big, and it's next to the camera so Penny can see the script, but also be close to the lens. Other way to do it is if you've only got the text on your phone, is simply to have your the person you're filming read a section of it and then look up and say it, and then when they can't remember anymore, look down, read some more, just look at the camera and then speak again. And that way then I have chunks basically of people reading to camera. Another important thing about filming is to make sure you're filming horizontal. So that basically means with your phone, film it that way, not that way. It's very hard for all of us. We love taking our photos, but just remember, turn your phone, shoot horizontal. That's pretty much it. I honestly cannot wait to see the videos you guys send me. This year's theme is so powerful and I'm really looking forward to basically seeing the footage you guys can send me through and making an amazing video. Back to you, Penny.
The purpose of this video that we've just read to you is around a call to action. What we want you to do now is to go and find those people like I talked about and get them to read the theme to camera and send those in to us. You will have received this video via a TNC Focus. There's a few technical things that we really need you to do when you're doing this. Firstly, everybody that reads this to camera will need to sign a release form or a permission form. Secondly, they will need to have a copy of the theme. You'll need to have the text for that. And also you need somewhere to put your videos when they've done. So all that is contained in the Knowledge Bank. If you follow the link through to the Knowledge Bank, it'll take you to text of the theme, which you'll be able to print out for the people reading it. It will contain the release form, which you'll also be able to print out to get people to sign. And it will also have a link to the Dropbox where you will put your video in so Christy can grab it from there and create the overall video that she's doing. Now, we want to release this video to the public on the 3rd of February. What that means is we need videos back from you and the permission slips into that Dropbox by the 24th of January, by close of business, Australian time, on the 24th of January 2020, so that we can release on the 3rd of February. If you've got any queries at all about the process or about the theme, please contact either myself, Christy, or Adrian, and we will be able to help you out with that. Thanks everyone, and can't wait to see your videos.